Are you embarrassed that you have anxiety? Do you think you're all alone? You're not. We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name's Natasha Daniels. I make videos for kids with anxiety and OCD. Today I want to talk to you about anxiety. A lot of kids who have anxiety feel like they are all alone. They feel embarrassed, they feel ashamed, and they feel like nobody else has the same problems that they do. The problem is nobody goes around saying like, hey, by the way, I have anxiety. Do you? What's in your lunch? No, people don't do that. And the facts are 25% of kids between the ages of 13 and 18 have anxiety. That's not even including the kids that are under 13, which would make that number much, much higher. So at least 1 out of every 4 kids has anxiety. That's a lot. Think about that. How many kids are in your class? If you have 24 kids in your class and 1 out of 4 have anxiety, how many kids in your class could have anxiety? Do the math. I'm not going to do it for you. It's a lot. So the point is, you're not alone. But because people don't go around advertising that they have anxiety, people who have anxiety feel like they are alone. They feel like they are embarrassed. And unfortunately, that does a couple things that don't help you. It makes you not want to talk about anxiety. So you're kind of like, I don't have anxiety. Do you have anxiety? I don't have anxiety. So denying it makes you not want to work on it. And 2, it makes you want to hide it because you're so ashamed that when you're really nervous about something, you don't say that you're nervous. You might say, it's so boring, or it's so stupid, or I just don't want to go. Instead of being honest with yourself and with your parent and saying, you know what, I'm nervous to go. My anxiety is making me nervous. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm feeling really anxious about it. And the point is, anxiety doesn't always make sense. Intellectually, you might get it. You might be like, I don't know why I'm afraid of this. But you know what? I still am. And that's because you're having a false alarm in your brain and you can't control that. But there is good news. And that is if you acknowledge that you have anxiety, which by the way is highly genetic, which means you can get that just based on your genes, your family genes. So if it runs in your family, and even if people are saying it doesn't, it might, you can get that. So you could be born having an anxious brain. But that doesn't mean you have to have a life with an anxious brain, because those are 2 very different things. The reason why I love being a child therapist who specializes in anxiety and OCD is because it's so powerful to teach people to change their brain. That's right. You can change your thoughts, change your behavior, and you're literally changing your brain. You can't do that with any other organ in your body, but the brain is pretty magical. So even if you're born with an anxious brain, you can change the way you think. You can do challenges. You can do things called exposures. You can do things that go against your anxious brain, train your brain to calm down, and you can actually rewire your brain and physically change it. That's amazing. But you're not helping yourself if you just sit there with your arms crossed and say, I don't have anxiety, so I don't have anything to work on. Well, then you are going to have a life with an anxious brain because you're not working on it. And to change an anxious brain doesn't take much. You can make very small changes over time, just little changes that move towards your anxiety instead of away from it, because anxiety loves avoidance. And over time, you can see big changes. So I hope you realize that you are not alone. I hope you check out some of my other videos that will walk you through how to crush your anxiety, 1 small step at a time. So don't forget to find the sparkle in everything you do, and I will talk to you next Thursday.